Hello, my name is Alex Chip, and I am the president and founder of TopScore Education. The first question parents ask me when considering TopScore as a test prep option is, what is your approach and why does it work? I've built my company over the last decade on the following pillars: schedule for success, teach the material, teach the test, motivate, training and expertise, and continuity. Scheduling for success. 2 tests. At TopScore, we always schedule around 2 SAT exams or 2 ACT exams. The first exam is taken halfway through the program, both to give the student experience under the duress of a real exam and to give us genuine feedback as to the student's progress. We can use the data from that first exam to better prepare the student for the second and hopefully final test. Note that we decide before the program begins which test is better for your student, SAT or ACT, and focus exclusively on that exam type. We also offer classroom practice exams throughout the program, but there's nothing like the real thing. Spacing the lessons properly. We also allow time between lessons for homework, ideally 7 to 10 days. Without completion of this homework, the techniques a student learns in each lesson will fade over time. Lessons stacked too close together will not allow the time for homework, and lessons spread too far apart will result in a lack of continuity. Teaching the material. Certainly there are tricks and shortcuts that can be used on this exam, but the bulk of the questions must be answered by knowing the material. This unfortunately requires some busy work in reviewing years of math, grammar, and vocabulary. Math skills and formulas. When possible, I like my students to begin working on math review before we begin our program. This involves reviewing concepts like fractions, percents, triangle rules, mean and median, etc. This pre-work can be done independently with an older sibling or with a parent. It will allow us to spend more time on strategy in our lessons. Completing math review before our program begins is not mandatory, but is recommended when feasible. It gives those students a head start. Grammar rules. These standardized tests require sharp knowledge of grammar rules that students learn in lower or middle school. Good listening skills are not enough for this exam, as both SAT and ACT test writers will invoke technical grammatical rules to weed out the best writers from those who simply have good instincts. Reading comprehension. Passages on the SAT and ACT tend to unfold in similar patterns, and questions tend to employ similar tricks to deceive even very intelligent students. They prey on instinct, so we teach analysis. The steps we ask our students to use on every reading passage they encounter force them to analyze at the sentence, paragraph, and passage level. They will become better readers not only on standardized tests, but also in their daily schoolwork and everyday activities. Vocabulary, SAT only. Vocabulary is not tested on the ACT, but it is an important component of the SAT exam, and thus we must dedicate time to it. Like the math review, if a student can start early with the vocabulary, it is certainly a bonus. We use an online program called Quizlet that teaches and tests vocabulary in 3 distinct ways, which forces a student to remember words dynamically rather than using static flashcards. Scientific principles, ACT only. The ACT does not require extensive scientific knowledge, but there are basic principles which are helpful in achieving a top score. Knowing the end product of photosynthesis, or understanding the relationship between volume of a gas and temperature, for instance, are specific scientific facts that a student should know for the ACT. Teaching the test. Time management. The SAT and ACT have very different time management skills, and a student must be prepared through repetition and evaluation to attack the test with the correct time management strategies. When to guess. Students are hesitant to guess when they don't know an answer for sure, and must be taught to make great educated guesses and know when to leave a question blank, never on the ACT. Shortcuts and tricks. There are hard algebra questions that can be turned into easy arithmetic questions, patterns of where certain grammar questions are tested, and common trick answers given on reading passages. A student must master both his own tricks for the exam and the tricks the test writers will use against him. The essay. What are the essay readers looking for? Do they want counter-arguments? Personal examples for evidence? We answer these questions for the students and prepare them to give the readers what they want: complex essays using integrated evidence from history and literature. Motivate. Duke. At Top Score, we are all Duke graduates, and our students recognize and respect both the academic standing and the reputation for well-roundedness that comes with the Duke name. We are intelligent but not one-dimensional, and our students recognize and respond to that. Our tutors are all 32 or younger, but have excelled in life because of a passion and work ethic that is contagious. We have written books, won ACC championships, traveled the world, led fraternities and charity organizations, and bring all of that experience and excitement to every lesson. Most students need to be inspired before they can be taught. Training and expertise. Born teachers. All of our tutors have had previous experience in tutoring and/or teaching, in most cases for several years. Investing time. All tutors undergo 6 months of training before meeting with the paying student for Top Score education. During that time, they work with me, the founder of the company, for at least 60 hours in one-on-one training, and then take more than 30 full SAT and ACT exams, and tutor students pro bono to gain experience while also giving back to our academic communities. No part-timers. All Top Score tutors are full-time employees and spend 50 to 60 hours each week tutoring, reading educational blogs, writing test prep articles, attending real exams, speaking at schools, and constantly sharpening their knowledge of the standardized testing world. We do not employ grad students who are looking to make money on the side while they pursue their real careers. For them, your student will always be an afterthought, whereas we spend hours each day reviewing our client list to make sure everybody is progressing at the correct pace. Continuity. From the start. From the first time you call, we accept you into the Top Score family. We answer all of your questions, help you plan your program, and then adjust as necessary. If our program doesn't work for you, we help you find one that does, even if it means losing your business. To the finish. Even after you finish your SAT or ACT program with us, we still field your questions and offer advice and services. We explain and help you plan for the SAT subject tests, college application essays and interviews, school curriculum choices. In many cases, you may only need advice and recommendations, and we will always provide that at no charge. The Top Score family. We are a family-oriented business, and 90% of our business comes from referrals, and 60% of our business comes from siblings of previous students. That comfort level and longevity cannot be achieved with a larger company, and that is what we believe is the Top Score difference. We will always go farther and work harder to help our students achieve their goals. Give us a call. Experience the Top Score approach for yourself.